What's going on YouTube? Today I'm gonna show y'all the best big in the game. So I didn't even make this big yet, but I can already tell you right now that this big is about to be OP, mainly offensively, but defense he also can do pretty much everything. So right away we're gonna get straight into it. We're gonna put him at 7 feet tall. We're gonna move the weight down to 215, and we're gonna go 7'4". So if you haven't seen my last big man video, it was a bigger build, had more strength, so I'll put it at the top right for you guys if you guys want to see that. But this one's gonna be pretty much a faster build, a more athletic build that can pretty much do it all. I made him earlier in the year, so I didn't really understand fully how this game was gonna be structured, but now that I do, we're gonna make a way better big. So off rip, we're gonna move our close shot to a 90. That gives us masher, gold, fast twitch, pro touch, giant slayer. You're gonna be able to make those offensive rebounds, go back up type stuff, or if you don't get the dunks, it's gonna give you a little close shot. So we're gonna move that up to a 90. Driving dunk, we're gonna move that to 70. And that gives us these badges that we really probably won't even be using, but having a 70 driving dunk allows you to make those pick and roll dunks, or you can use standing dunks, which are OP this year. So we're gonna move it up to 85. That gives us contact dunks, it gives us fast twitch and precision dunker as well. The reason why we don't have these yet is because of our verticals not upgraded, but we're gonna get into that later. Now we're gonna move up our post control, and that's gonna go to 85, and that gives us unpluckable silver so far. Actually, I think we only get that, yeah, we only get unpluckable silver, but you get all these post badges on gold, which is really good this year. So you're pretty much offensively on the inside, you're pretty much all around gonna be good. And then we're gonna go into our shooting category. We're gonna max out our midi at 88. So at 88, that gives us green machine gold instead of silver, and that also gives us post fade phenom on Hall of Fame. So you're going to be able to make those post fades. We're going to move our 3 up to probably about 77, 78. That's up to you guys. I think I had an extra attribute point, so I just moved it to 78. Free throw, we're not going to touch this yet, but our pass accuracy now, a lot of people usually go for 86 for that gold break starter, but 75 I'm perfectly fine with going with silver break starter. So now we're going to move our ball handle up to 55, and we're going to move our speed, or ball handle goes to 65, speed with ball goes to 55. I hit start at 3, so I have certain ball handle. I have Joel Embiid dribble style, which is a 55 or 50 speed with ball, and I get certain ball handling moves as well. So I'm gonna be able to put the ball on the ground with this build too, a lot better than my other big. So if you're not started at 3, like, you can still dribble with them, especially if you bought those Victor Wembanyama sigs in season 2, I think it was. But if you didn't, there's still normal dribble moves. You can still cook any big with this ball handle and speed with ball. So now we're gonna get into interior. We're gonna move that up to a 72, and with the 72, it doesn't show that we get badges now, but that's gonna help our anchor move up later. Perimeter, we're not gonna touch because we are a big man. I think it's gonna move up naturally off of one of these, which I believe will be speed. But for now, we're gonna go steal. We're gonna move that up to a 60. That gives us bronze interceptor, so you're still gonna be able to get passing lane steals, or when the ball's coming right by, you can still press square and your player's not gonna look dumb and unreactive to the ball. So now on the interior, we're gonna go block. Like I said, that 72 interior, you see it just changed. So at a 72 interior, all we need now is the 87 block, and that's for silver anchor. Anchor's really not all that this year, which is why you can get away with the lower block, but I went up with a higher just for silver, just for chase downs. I think those are really good this year, and I feel like anchor for me helps a lot. I would just rather have it silver than bronze being a big, just more mentally. But now with our defensive rebound, we're going to max that out at an 87, and our offensive we're going to put at an 80. You're not going to be the biggest boarder out there getting all the animations, but as long as you're in position, that's more so what this build is for. If you're in position, you're going to be able to get the boards. So now we're going to move our speed all the way up to a 73 because we want to be fast this time. The other big is slower. So now we're going to move our acceleration up to a 68. That gives us spot finder on silver, which is extremely OP for dexing off ball even as a big, and this is a faster big man, so you're going to be flying around on the court. Now we're going to move our strength up just to a 65, and that gives us fearless finisher gold, which is going to help us with more interior layup animations, which doesn't sound like it's going to be crazy because our layup's only at 50, but your strength at a 65 is going to be better for setting screens. Anything you really do, your higher strength is going to be better, even though it does not unlock any extra badges like post lockdown or back down punisher, brick wall you don't get, which is unfortunate with this build, but trust me, you'll still live. And now we're going to go vertical. We're going to go to 80. Now your vertical is what matters. For this chase down, you just see it went up just off moving it from a 79 to an 80. Your vertical also matters getting boards, although it doesn't have a direct correlation on the rebound chaser, but it does for pogo stick, which also comes in clutch for blocks and rebounds as well. But like I said, your vertical comes in clutch with rebounding and blocks, so I move it up to an 80. A lot of bigs usually keep it lower, which I would recommend putting it up higher. And now we put our stamina all the way up to a 99, and now these last attributes are all up to you, whatever you please. You can even move your 3-pointer down because you actually don't get nothing, so you can move your 3 down and move something else up or down depending on what you want. I think, what was I trying to do? I don't recall exactly what I was trying to do. I think I moved my speed down to a 70, and then I moved my driving dunk up. Nah, that wasn't it either. Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking about with this build, but personally, this is where I had it at, and I think this is really all you need minimum for everything. I mean, this is just last attribute cap. I don't really think it does much. Let me see, ball handle. What did that take up? It took up that right there. Yeah, so this is pretty much all you really need. Not gonna lie, this is bare minimum. This last, I guess, 1 point, you can put it anywhere. I would recommend putting it, let's see, we don't get nothing here. Steal, we don't get nothing. Block, nothing. Pogo stick, 93. Oh, rebound, we don't get nothing. I guess you can move it. You really don't get nothing, so it really doesn't matter. All preference, I guess, whatever you feel like you can get the most out of. I would go probably free throw because you're probably going to get fouled a good bunch. You probably don't need it that high, and you can if you want to if you're playing 5s. This build can also play 5s or 3s, but yeah, go free throw. Let's just max out the free throw, and that will bring our build out to give us shades of DeAndre Ayton, Kristaps Porzingis, and one of the GOATs, Chris Bosh. And he comes out to it inside the arc score, which I think is different from what I had, so I really want to know. Yeah, I just had a 3-level threat. I did make him a little bit better by adding more standing dunk than driving dunk before I had it switch. But yeah, so this is the build all in all. If you guys like this build and want to see more builds that I made, just click the little button right here and keep subscribing for more content.